Let's talk about Mexico, the one you see on Instagram, the Mexico that fills your feed with sun-drenched beaches, sparkling turquoise water, and endless snapshots of smiling travelers. It's a place that seems almost too perfect, where every moment is filtered and every memory is curated for maximum envy. This is the Mexico where the sun always shines, where the air is filled with laughter and the clink of margarita glasses. Here, tropical cocktails are never more than an arm's reach away, and the sky is a flawless blue, as if painted just for you. It's the Mexico of glossy brochures and travel ads, endless infinity pools, swim-up bars serving colorful drinks, and sprawling all-inclusive resorts that promise a sanitized, worry-free paradise. Everything is designed for your comfort, your pleasure, your escape. Americans arrive by the plane load, eager for a taste of authenticity, but only the kind that comes with no surprises, no need to speak Spanish, and certainly no discomfort. The journey from airport to resort is seamless, carefully orchestrated to keep the unfamiliar at bay. The promise is simple: leave your stress behind for a week of bliss. That means endless buffets piled high with familiar foods, guided tours that never stray from the script, and cultural dance shows performed with the enthusiasm of a Monday morning meeting. It's entertainment, but always at a safe distance. Every interaction is perfectly scripted, every smile carefully rehearsed. The word amigo is sprinkled into every conversation, making you feel special, until you realize it's said to every guest every day as part of the performance. It's a flawless show with you as the star and the resort as your stage. Every detail is managed, every need anticipated, so you never have to step outside your comfort zone. But behind the scenes, away from the polished smiles and perfect service, a different story unfolds. The real work, the real lives, are hidden from view, just out of sight. And when it's time to leave, people return home with souvenirs and photos proudly saying, "I've been to Mexico." They show off their tan lines and trinkets, convinced they've experienced something real. But have you truly been to Mexico? Or just to a tropical extension of Florida with better food service and a slightly more exotic backdrop? The comforts are familiar, the experience is carefully curated to feel just like home, only warmer. You've seen the lobby, the waiting room, the polished front that welcomes you in but keeps the real world at arm's length. Because just outside those resort walls, the real Mexico is waiting, chaotic, vibrant, unpredictable, and beautiful. It's a world of bustling street markets, colorful neighborhoods, and genuine encounters, ready to be discovered if you're willing to step beyond the all-inclusive illusion. Cancun's hotel zone is a 14-mile stretch that feels more like a beachy Las Vegas than Mexico. Starbucks, Hooters, Bubba Gump, everything's familiar, prices in dollars, comfort guaranteed. But take a real taxi 20 minutes to downtown Cancun, and everything changes. The hum of real life replaces resort silence. Families in Parque de las Palapas, abuelas pressing tortillas, kids chasing pigeons. Here, dinner is a taqueria with plastic chairs, a chalkboard menu, and flan that feels like a religious experience. This isn't curated, it's just life. So why don't more tourists come? Fear of the unknown, of different. But different is where things are gloriously, confusingly Mexican. You might get lost, use broken Spanish, or eat something unforgettable. The hotel zone sells predictability. El Centro offers real adventure, for a fraction of the price. The choice seems obvious, doesn't it? Step outside the bubble. For many Americans, Mexican food means Taco Bell, hard shells, ground beef, cheddar cheese. Arriving in Mexico, they're confused. Where's the sour cream? Why is the tortilla soft? This is the awakening. A real taco is a warm, handmade corn tortilla, perfectly seasoned meat, cilantro, onion, lime, and salsa that might melt your face. It's about balance, not excess. Quality, not quantity. The tortilla is the foundation, the meat the star, the salsa the soul. Beyond tacos, you'll find chilaquiles, tlayudas, cochinita pibil, pozole, a universe of regional flavors. The Americanized version is a cartoon. The real thing is a masterpiece. Eat a street taco in Mexico City, and you'll never look at fast food the same way again. The real culinary landscape is vast, diverse, and unforgettable. Every tourist market sells the same cliches: giant sombreros, ponchos, shot glasses, ceramic frogs. The hustle is an art. Haggle, feel proud, still overpay, and bring home a mass-produced souvenir. But wander a few blocks away and you'll find real artistry families weaving textiles, potters shaping black clay, woodcarvers crafting fantastical alebrijes. Here, there's no aggressive sales pitch, just quiet pride and stories behind every piece. The price reflects skill and tradition, not a random number to haggle. You don't just buy an object, you take home a story and a connection. You become a patron, not just a consumer. Supporting artisans preserves culture and brings home something with soul. That's worth more than any frog with a tiny guitar. The Resort Fiesta is a scheduled, tequila-fueled party. Fun, but as authentic as a microwave burrito. Real Mexican celebrations are woven into daily life. Religious festivals, processions, brass bands, fireworks at dawn. The rhythm of life is in the streets. Gas trucks with jingles, knife sharpeners whistling, tamale vendors singing. This isn't noise, it's the soundtrack of a community. In the real Mexico, life spills into the streets. Neighbors chat, kids play soccer. The tiendita is the social hub. It's slower, messier, more vibrant than the sterile silence of a resort. The scheduled resort party is a pale imitation of the daily celebration of being alive. To feel Mexico's pulse, you have to step outside the hotel walls. That's where the fiesta never ends. Can I drink the water? It's the classic tourist worry, a question whispered in every hostel and hotel lobby, born from a mix of fear, caution, and outdated advice passed down through generations of travelers. The truth is, locals don't drink from the tap, but purified water is absolutely everywhere. Garrafones, those big blue water jugs, are a staple in every home, restaurant, and hotel. You'll see them stacked in corner stores, delivered by friendly vendors, and used to refill glasses in every cafe. Clean, safe water is part of daily life here, and it's easy to access. The system works. The paranoia is mostly unnecessary. Most visitors never have a problem, and locals go about their days without a second thought. The real risk is letting fear keep you from enjoying the experience. This anxiety about water is just a metaphor for a bigger disconnect. Tourists often arrive with a mental checklist of fears, crime, sickness, scams, and end up building a fortress around themselves, missing out on what's really happening around them. In doing so, they miss the vibrant, friendly, and surprisingly safe reality that exists just outside their comfort zone. The streets are alive with color, music, and laughter, and the warmth of the people is impossible to ignore. Daily life here is full of surprises and little conveniences. Colectivos, those shared vans, offer cheap and easy transport across town, and pharmacies often have on-site doctors ready to help with any minor health concern, no appointment needed. And if you ever get lost, don't worry. Strangers will often go out of their way to walk you to your destination, or patiently explain directions even if you don't speak much Spanish. Community and mutual support are everywhere, woven into the fabric of daily life. It's a spirit that's invisible from behind resort walls. But it's what makes Mexico truly special. The real Mexico isn't dangerous. It's welcoming, resourceful, and overflowing with small joys. From shared meals and bustling plazas to spontaneous celebrations, there's a sense of belonging that's hard to find elsewhere. Let go of fear, step beyond the poolside lounger, and you'll discover a country that's impossible to truly see from behind glass or gates. The adventure is waiting just outside. Step out, embrace the unknown, and you'll find that daily life here isn't just safe, it's the real adventure you've been searching for. Tourists think of Mexican history as pyramids. Chichen Itza, Tulum, visited by bus, checked off a list. But Mexico is built on its own history. Ancient temples beside colonial cathedrals, stones from one era forming the next. For every famous ruin there are dozens more, Coba, Uxmal, Calakmul, where you might be alone with the jungle and the echoes of the past. This isn't just seeing history, it's feeling it. The past lives on. Indigenous languages, traditions, and cosmology survive and adapt. The big sites present history as ancient and dead. Dig deeper and you find it alive, in people, towns, and even the food. The real story is everywhere, if you look beyond the tour bus. History here isn't a relic, it's part of daily life. Many tourists arrive with Duolingo confidence, ready to impress with una cerveza, por favor. But classroom Spanish and street Spanish are worlds apart. Slang, speed, and regional quirks turn every conversation into an adventure. Mistakes are inevitable, and hilarious. Like the tourist who said, "Estoy embarazado," I'm pregnant, instead of embarrassed. Mexicanismos add to the fun. Que padre means cool. Aguas is a warning. Mande is a polite what. Every region has its own secret handshake, but here's the secret: nobody cares if you get it wrong. Mexicans are patient, appreciative, and quick to smile at your efforts. Real connection happens in these moments of linguistic struggle. You're not demanding to be understood, you're meeting your hosts halfway, and the laughter from your mistakes, that's the best souvenir of all. So, what is the real Mexico? Is it the place you see in glossy travel magazines, or the one you discover when you step off the beaten path? Is it the Mexico of postcards, or the Mexico that lives and breathes in the everyday moments of its people? It's not one thing. It's a mosaic of skyscrapers and ruins, resorts and mountain villages, street tacos and fine dining. It's a country where ancient history and modern life blend seamlessly, where every street corner tells a different story, and every meal is a celebration of flavor and tradition. The tourist version is just one polished tile, a carefully curated glimpse designed for comfort and convenience. To find the real country, you have to take a detour, get lost, be uncomfortable, trade predictability for possibility. Ride the local bus, where the journey is as important as the destination, and every stop is a chance to see something new. Eat at the place with plastic chairs, where the food is made with love and the recipes are passed down through generations. Put down the guidebook and wander. Let your curiosity lead you into alleys filled with music, laughter, and the unexpected. Embrace the country as a living culture, not a product. Join a festival, watch artisans at work, or dance in a town square. Feel the heartbeat of Mexico and its traditions and celebrations. You don't have to skip the beach, just add depth to your journey. Relax at the resort, then rent a car, drive inland, and let the landscape change around you as you discover hidden gems far from the crowds. Stop in a small town where life moves at a different pace and every face tells a story. Buy fruit from a roadside stand, taste the sweetness of local produce, and share a moment with the vendor who picked it that morning. Try to connect, even if it's just with a smile or a few words in broken Spanish. These small gestures open doors to genuine experiences. You'll be rewarded with stories, not just a tan. The laughter you share and the memories you make will linger long after your trip ends. You'll see the difference between what you're sold and what's real. The souvenirs may fade, but the authenticity of your experiences will stay with you. You'll witness the resilience, warmth, and creativity of the Mexican people. Their ability to find joy in simple things, to create beauty from everyday life, and to welcome strangers as friends. You'll return home changed, with memories, not just photos. Your journal will be filled with stories, your camera with moments that can't be staged, and your heart with a deeper understanding of what it means to truly travel. You went looking for a vacation and found a piece of the real Mexico, infinitely more valuable, memorable, and beautiful than anything you could have planned, and that in the end is always worth the detour.